I want to play for you some audio sound bites to illustrate, too, that it's not across the board that the media thinks Virginia was a great thing for the Democrats last night. Let's start the Today Show today with Chuck Todd and his report about yesterday's election results. And basically what he says here is that the mixed results and the Democrats, in truth, behind closed doors, are in a little bit of a panic.
The first test of the political climate is decidedly mixed this morning. In this day after, with the dust settled, Republicans are crowing about the big Chris Christie landslide in New Jersey as he prepares to become the national frontrunner for the 2016 presidential race. And the Tea Party is feeling no less emboldened. Today, finger-pointing. Tea Party activists very upset about what might have been in Virginia, and Democrats quietly in a mini panic about how health care almost cost them that governor's race.
See, there is one of my favorite phrases, the dirty little secret. When the Democrats get together, and if any of them are honest with each other, they know that going into next year's elections, they have a huge problem with Obamacare. Major problem. They are looking at Virginia as Obamacare almost doing them in. Remember, there was a story in the Politico 3 days ago about Cuccinelli's stench of doom. 3 days ago, the Politico, which today is writing about how Cuccinelli could have won this thing if the Republicans had just been in there to help him. 3 days ago, the Politico was talking about his campaign being the stench of doom. Because McAuliffe was, that third-party ringer in there, that libertarian third-party guy, coupled with McAuliffe and all this Democrat money and the support of the Clintons, it was supposed to be a landslide. And Obamacare, without any Republican help whatsoever, Obamacare almost did the guy in, and they know it. And F. Chuck had the audacity here to report it. And this is an interesting tidbit from F. Chuck. Matt Lauer on Today's Show said that Chris Christie has been very critical of the Republican strategery of shutting down the government last month. He called it a monumental failure. So what message does Christie's win in New Jersey send to the right wing of his party, in particular the Tea Party?
I think they're looking down in Virginia, and they sit there and say, hey, guess what? We stuck to our guns. We tried to make health care the be-all, end-all issue, and those establishment Republicans walked away from us. In fact, I had Cuccinelli people last night telling me they spent weeks begging Chris Christie to come to Virginia and campaign with Cuccinelli. Christie said no.
Yeah, and Christie's running around also trying to play off and benefit from this allegation that the Republicans caused the shutdown, and something like that will never happen if he's elected. Because, as he said, watch how we did it in Trenton. I worked with them. And I can do it in Washington. You watch me. There won't be any shutdowns. It's the big whoop. We want to beat Democrats. Now, the Christian people, well, what more do you want? We slaughtered a Democrat here. The Democrat, I don't even know her first name. You talk about a placeholder. The Democrats didn't want to defeat Christie. What does that tell you? They didn't care to. Now, you might be saying, Rush, the Democrats knew they had no prayer. They didn't waste any money. It's not they didn't want to beat Christie. It's that they knew they couldn't, and they weren't going to waste a good candidate and waste any good money. You telling me that the Democrats aren't on a roll, don't think they can just wipe the slate? Do not be too smart by half here. So Christie refuses to help another Republican, joins in this fray that the Republican wackos caused the shutdown. And there isn't going to be into that childish behavior if I get there. We're never going to shut down the government. We're going to work with the Democrats. We're going to blah, blah, blah. And everybody's, oh, yeah, man, we can't wait for this. Meanwhile, Christie loses to Hillary in the exit poll question of who would you vote for president in New Jersey in the midst of a landslide re-election. Charlie Rose, John Dickerson. John Dickerson is the political director of CBS. They're on CBS this morning today, and they're talking about the Virginia gubernatorial race. And they're even talking here about how the Republican establishment blew it by not backing Cuccinelli.
Is it possible that the Republicans this morning are saying if we had worked harder, if we had done more, if we made health care a bigger issue, we would have won this thing?
That's absolutely right. The establishment didn't put in money into Virginia. If they had, and if they'd really pushed in this state, we might have won. That's absolutely the message that people can take out of Virginia, and they probably will.
Well, they didn't on purpose is the thing. Chamber of Commerce didn't spend a dime. RNC, 1/3 or not even that much of what they spent 4 years ago. There was no, folks, I'm telling you, they were not going to be unhappy at all. Cuccinelli loses if they can secure that blame on the Tea Party. Be right back after this.